All right, you're live.
Hello and welcome everybody on Facebook Live. Sure, nice to be able to be here with you on this little bit chilly but sunny morning. I always like daylight savings time because I can handle the extra hour of daylight at the end. But I tell you what, everybody who's here this morning gets a star for getting up, making sure the coffee pot was going, and being here today. So we are really here for Brittany Satterwhite and her family as we get ready to dedicate her home. I am Nathan Thompson, the Executive Director of North St. Louis County Habitat for Humanity, and so I will be the host or MC introducing our speakers that are with us today. And I want to just go ahead and get started right into our program. And I'm going to invite our board president, Greg Krogh, to come join me. Greg, and say a few words on behalf of our board of directors.
Welcome everybody. It's nice to have all these people with us. I'm sure Nathan will remember to tell everybody who everybody is. But welcome again. As board president, I represent the board, but we have other board members here with us today. And it is so important that we show our support because this is a great cause. This is my favorite charity. I put a lot of time into it because of helping people to take a step up in life is very important in this day and age. So again, thank everybody for coming.
Thank you, Greg. And I think we can kind of see the folks that are up here, right, Marnie?
A little bit.
A couple of introductions. We do have Congressman Pete Stauber that has joined us today. We're going to talk about a little bit more of the federal program that we have used to help with Brittany in building this house. Of course, Greg Krogh and Brittany Satterwhite and her three little girls. Let's see, Kirsten, Claire, and Caitlin. Say hi. And we have one of our board members, Joy, and her husband, Bob Sundquist. Great to have you guys with us. Another one of our board members, Caroline Owens. And also doing some speaking and part of the program today is Pastor Eric Thiel from the Grace Lutheran Church here in Ely. And St. Louis County Commissioner Paul McDonald. Thank you for being here with us today. I'd like to just mention a couple things about the Habitat program that maybe some people are not familiar with. Habitat for Humanity partners with families in need of a simple, decent, affordable house. And one of the things that we do is we offer a program where someone can become a partner with us, and then we help them build a home and affordably purchase that home as part of their own putting down roots in the community. And so as you see behind us here, there's a beautiful home, and you'll be hearing from Brittany Satterwhite, who will be purchasing this home affordably. And she put in a little bit of work. Actually, she smiles because she put in a lot of work of what we call sweat equity. Habitat for Humanity, our mission is pretty simple. We seek to put God's love into action by bringing people together to build homes, communities, and hope. For a lot of folks in our rural communities, affordable housing can be a real struggle to find. And so Habitat really does offer hope for a better future for a family to be able to become a partner. It's the old barn raising mentality where you get your friends in the community to get together, and someone has a few dollars that they can lend you to build and buy materials with. Other people have time and effort to come and help you, and of course you pitch in as well. And after, well, in our case, several months of work, you have a beautiful home that can provide for you and your family. And then, of course, when it's time for the next barn raising, or should we say house building, you pay it forward by helping other people as well. One of the other things that's pretty special about this house, and you guys will recognize why when I say it, for North St. Louis County Habitat for Humanity, like all of our organizations, all of our businesses, all of our families, I'm going to say throughout the world, the last 12 months have struggled through something that is very unusual, this pandemic. I actually, as we kind of get a little bit of spring here in the Northland, the sun is shining, you kind of have a spring in your step, pun intended. But you can't help but feel like we are coming over the horizon and better days are ahead with the whole pandemic. And one of the things that we're celebrating today is this home, in partnership with Brittany, was the first house that we had that started during the pandemic and now has ended during the pandemic. And we have successfully worked with our community and safely, obeying all the protocols and keeping people safe. One of the things that we're pretty proud of so far as we work hard for safety is that no one on our Habitat work sites or offices have been infected with COVID as part of what they have done with Habitat. So that's just a testament to all of our volunteers, our staff, and the CDC and the protocols that are in place to keep us all safe. But this is the first house that we're dedicating, and there's going to be many more. We are still on mission building homes. So we bring people together to build homes, communities, and hope. We're going to be celebrating that today, and I would like to just highlight a few of our partnerships. One of the partnerships that we are very proud of is that with St. Louis County. Through their CDBG program, we apply and get some funding to help us buy affordable lots to build on in our community. And that is a partnership that we've had for many years. And then also we partner with St. Louis County in looking for available tax forfeit lots that we can also obtain affordably to build homes on. So we're able to take a lot inside a neighborhood that maybe has had a house that has been torn down and be able to build another very nice home in the community. To celebrate that partnership, we do have Commissioner Paul McDonald with us here today. Paul, would you like to say anything to welcome the family or just highlight some of the partnership that we have?
Yes, thank you very much, Nathan. St. Louis County is proud to be a partner with affordable housing. And when you look around northern St. Louis County, I know you have a full docket coming up. I believe 5 homes being built here in the next year or so. And I think that's very important to highlight what we have and what we need. And St. Louis County is very happy to partnership with the tax forfeited land issue. I know we're trying to get more of that out and get it back on the tax roll, and anything we can do to help families get affordable housing, we're all in. And working with Commissioner Jugovich and Commissioner Nelson up here in northern Minnesota, we've been able to do a whole lot of that. And with that, it's a pleasure to welcome the Satterwhite family to this great part of town. When you look at this area in here, tucked back in by the rec center, it's a place where there's going to be a lot of people, and with their 3 young children, it's a perfect place for them. And thank you to Habitat for Humanity, the people who sit on the board. I think it's sometimes a job that goes unnoticed by some, but not unnoticed by all. It takes me back a few years ago. There was a Habitat for Humanity project up on White Street where I live, and we took a number of my basketball players at Vermillion up there one day to volunteer, and it was an eye-opening experience for them to see teamwork in action. And that's what this program is. Habitat for Humanity is teamwork in action, where you see people from all over St. Louis County work together to get something like this. And thanks to everybody. I appreciate all the help and support for this program, and we'll carry on. Take care.
Thank you, Commissioner. One of the other folks that are here with us today, I'll have to tell a little bit of a story about how this all happened. But about, I'd say 4 or 5 weeks ago, Habitat for Humanity, every year we have what we call Habitat on the Hill, where people have the opportunity to go to Washington and talk to their representatives and encourage them to support affordable housing. Affordable housing is something that is nonpartisan. It is something that each one of our families in our community needs. It benefits the whole community, the whole nation. This year, because of the pandemic, we had a virtual Habitat for Humanity, and I have to put the air quotes, virtual. You know, by this time we're all getting a little tired of it, but one of the benefits of having a virtual Habitat on the Hill event was more of us Habitat staff could attend, and a lot of our volunteers could come, and even Brittany was able to attend with us to talk to our representatives. And I remember about 4 weeks ago, we got all prepared, and all the things that you do beforehand, because it is a big deal to be able to meet with your congressman. So, Congressman, we spent a lot of time getting ready for that. And we had everything all set. And our congressmen, our senators are pretty busy. Not everybody was able to meet with the people who came, but Pete Stauber was there. He was available, very gracious to hear what we are encouraging him to support in the way of programs for affordable housing. And as part of that meeting, he got to meet Brittany. Before the meeting was over, I'm like, hey, we're going to be, it kind of dawned on me, her house is going to be completed here in a few weeks. And so I got a hold of the congressman and said, I bet you could come, you'd love to come to the dedication. And having met Brittany, he was like, I am in. I'm gonna be there in March. And so the dates worked out, and we were able to do that. And I'll let the congressman speak about it a little bit, but the main funding partner for the house that you see here is the USDA 502 program, a program that helps people with lower incomes be able to affordably purchase a house in rural America. And so, Congressman Stauber, I'd love to invite you to say a few words.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here. That's right. We were at the virtual meeting, and I remember talking to Brittany, and I said, when it's dedicated, I want to be there. If I'm in the district, I want to be there. And these are some of the investments that we see coming out of the USDA. One of the several important things for the social determinants of health is secure housing. And Brittany, you worked so hard on this. You're gonna. The fruits of your labor are right here, and we see it. Your children are going to have safe, secure housing. And the North St. Louis County Habitat's mission is putting God's work into action. Look at the people that care. This is a community effort. We're going to support you, continue to support you. Look at the home you have, and you work so hard. And our job is to continue this labor, to have more families have stable, secure housing. And to the board, you have no idea, or maybe you do, how important this is. How important it affects in a positive way you and your children, that next generation is going to be living in this beautiful home that you work so hard to get done and finish in time. I'm just proud to be here. To be a member of Congress coming up here. Ely, Northern Minnesota matters. I left early this morning because I wanted to be here, and I want the people of Northern Minnesota to know that the USDA, the investment that we bring, hits all of St. Louis County and all of Minnesota. And it's important that we continue that program. I'm going to continue the investment so the stability in housing is so important in rural America. We matter. We don't take a back seat to anybody. Right here in Ely, Minnesota, is it just as important that Brittany has a house here than it is anywhere else in the country. So from my perspective, I'm grateful for the invite. Great virtual meeting. To Commissioner McDonald, keep up the good work on the board, always finding these tax-forfeited properties to be able to. It was a small amount of money, shall we say, to get these projects. That is really housing, and affordable housing is extremely important. This is a project that you can be proud of as well, you the other board members. So, from that perspective and to the Habitat Board, I want to say thank you. Funding for this because it benefits our community and it does put God's work into action. So on behalf of our entire office, it's great to be here and thank you for the invite.
Thank you, Congressman. It is so great to have our local city, county, state, and federal support. That is a vital piece of what we do, as well as all of the support we get from each individual in our community. Every person who writes that check or comes to volunteer, really, we are all working together for our families in need of a decent home in our communities. Speaking of that, I would like to invite Marnie to come up and just tell us a little bit about the Habitat program and how a family might be able to qualify, because I think we are accepting applications right at the moment.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. And Nathan is correct. We are accepting applications for our 2021, 2022, and 2023 build seasons. It's a quick phone call to our office to have a chat about what all that entails. And the application process is painless, I promise, and I am there to support you through that. So just quickly, I wanted to give you the three basic criteria that we use when we are looking to select families. Number one, do you need a home? That's usually pretty easy. You're not calling us if you don't need one. But need can mean a lot of different things. It could mean that you are in an overcrowded situation. It could mean that your home needs significant repairs. It could mean that your house is not accessible for a handicapped family member. It could mean that your home is actually very nice, but perhaps your rent is so high that once you pay your rent, you have to make some very difficult choices about what else you can afford for the rest of the month. So that is need. The next thing is, so y'all know that Habitat is not a giveaway program. We've heard the Congressman, the County Commissioner, Nathan talk about how hard Brittany worked for this house. She has put in a lot of sweat equity hours to complete this for her and her girls. And now that it's almost done, she's going to close on this property and purchase it. And so we do need to assess your ability to pay an affordable mortgage. So we are going to look for a stable source of income. We are going to check your credit, and we want to make sure that you have manageable debt so that you can also take on a mortgage. And lastly, because Habitat is all about sweat equity and a partnership, there is a willingness to partner piece. So you need to be willing to put in sweat equity hours, to attend home buyer classes, and to come to events like this and maybe talk to the media and your state, local, and federal legislators. That's all part of that willingness to partner piece. So that's it. That's the three criteria. If you or someone you know might meet those criteria, please give us a call so that we can talk to you further about that.
Thank you, Marnie. So if you know somebody or you need a home, be sure to contact us, because we would love to be able to help you and give you that information. As I mentioned before, our mission is putting God's love into action. A lot of people don't know, but Habitat for Humanity is an ecumenical Christian housing ministry. Ecumenical being that we partner with all of the churches in our area and across the world to help put God's love into action, put our faith into action to help a family. As part of that, one of the things that we love to do at our dedications and groundbreakings is we check with the homeowner And if they have a church community, we invite their pastor to come say a few words of blessing as we get ready to dedicate this house. So today we have Pastor Eric Thiel from the Grace Lutheran Church here in Ely. And Pastor Eric, if you would like to come up, we'd invite you to do that.
Well, as Nathan said, I'm Pastor Eric Thiel, and I'm so grateful to have been invited. And on behalf of the Ely Ministerial, which is an ecumenical group here made up of all of our clergy, we are so grateful to be able to celebrate with Brittany and with Habitat and all of those who are here. I know, as many have said, Brittany put in a ton of work, and we are so proud of her and proud of her family as she begins the process of turning this house into her home. So I wanted to start with just a couple of readings from Scripture. First one is from the book of Proverbs. It says, "By wisdom a house is built, and by understanding it is established. By knowledge the rooms are filled with precious and pleasant riches." And another reading from Psalm 121. "The Lord will keep you from all evil. He will keep you safe. He will protect you as you come and go, now and forever." Brittany, I know that you have worked so very hard on all of this, and it has been so fun to accompany you on this journey as you are making this transition into this home. And I know so many others who are unable to physically be here have worked hard with you along the way, and so many from our congregation and our community are supporting you, many of whom are joining us virtually. So as you know, turning a house into a home is not just a one-time event, it's an everyday thing. It'll never stop, and for the four of you, that will happen day after day. And we look forward as Grace Lutheran, as the people of Ely, as the people of Habitat for Humanity, and all who are gathered here and gathered virtually to celebrate with you this new beginning. So my invitation to all of us is, if you're able, please put out your hand towards the home as we offer a blessing and a prayer for it. Let us pray. God of new beginnings, as Brittany, Kirsten, Claire, and Caitlin move into this home together, may you feed and nourish them as they share in meals together. May they find warmth in the love you give them, the love they give to each other and to the people who visit. May they find rest in your presence, and may all who enter here find peace in this home as they are filled with light, with life, and with love. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Nathan.
Thank you, Pastor Thiele. That really, when you look at the year that we just had, and you realize that we are dedicating homes, that we're still involved in the mission of Habitat, we certainly thank God for His involvement in keeping us all safe and keeping us in the mission of Habitat, which is partnering with our neighbors in need of a simple, decent home. Brittany, I'd like to invite you up here to the speaker's podium, as it were. One of the things that we like to do at Habitat when we get to the dedication, even as we heard from Pastor and his calling on God to bless this home, I have two things that I'm going to offer you. One is a hammer. It's brand new. I haven't even taken the tags off of it. If you look at the surface of it, it has not hit a nail yet. But this hammer represents all of the tools that were picked up in love by all of our community members at Habitat. Everybody from the representatives of the city, the county, our federal congressmen and senators who help Habitat build homes with families in need. It also represents all of our neighbors. And even one person who I believe is probably watching today is Greg Eisenhuth. He was like, what time is it? Greg was our site supervisor here. And so Greg, this hammer is representing all of your hard work and helping lead volunteers here today. And then we give it to you, it's brand new, because we know that you will continue to use it as we build more homes in Ely, and you pay that forward. So I'm going to present that for you. And then the other piece that we give our homeowners at this time is you hear we've been building with you home, community, and hope. And another tool that we know that God uses in our lives to continue to build our family is the Bible. So we also like to pass that on to you as well. And if you'd like to say a few words.
I just want to say thank you to Habitat for this opportunity. Thank you for USDA and all the help that they've put through on the funding part. Thank you to Greg, who is watching live, for all his help on building and his knowledge and teaching my staff. I have worked a lot of hours here and done a lot of stuff, learned a lot on this process. The girls are so excited to have.
And there they are.
And I'm excited to just, turn it into our own home. I want to thank everyone who has been supportive of all this and helped along the way. I'm excited to see where it goes.
Thank you so much, Brittany. One of the blessings is these little ones are going to grow and thrive in this home. And we are so excited to partner with you. We know you're going to be moving in pretty soon here, and it is a goal of you being self-sufficient, working hard to provide for you and your family. Great job, great job. All we have left is a little group picture that I would like to take, so we can stay right along here. Brittany, do you want to come right here real quick?
Thank you so much, everyone, for attending. In about 5 or 10 minutes, I will come back on and give you a tour of the house. Thank you.